Hello and welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going back to looking at more Made in Abyss. There's been loads of requests from the last Made in Abyss songs that we've done to go back and look at loads of the soundtrack, so your wish is my command. Let's go do that today. So we're going to be reacting to a song that I don't think I'm going to pronounce right, but the song is called Juroimoh Mutation. My apologies if I pronounced that wrong, but I'm not sure. But I'm really excited to hear this one. So we had loads of requests for loads of different songs from Made in Abyss, so we're going to get through all of them. And so this is the one we're going to be doing today. So what we'll do is we'll react to the whole thing all the way through without stopping for the one reaction. We talk about it, and then we react to it again, where we stop and start and we talk about it and different things in the second reaction. But before we do that, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. I really appreciate that. It really helps me out a ton. We're getting our way to 2,500 subs, so if we can get there, that would be really, really cool. So please do subscribe, and also let me know what other songs from Made in Abyss you'd like to see, and other animes and other games and anything really, any type of media. We'll look at and react to the soundtracks. So please put those in the comments below, because I will absolutely take your requests. But having said all of that, it's a 5-minute song, so it's a fairly long song. So let us get straight into it without further ado. So let us react to Made in Abyss Season 2 original soundtrack of Juroimoh Mutation. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my god. What the... What is going on? Oh my god. Oh, wow, what the hell was that? Well, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know how am I going to analyze this? Oh my. Wow. Wow. I mean, I don't even know where to start, really. Like, that's one of the most captivating listening experiences I think I've ever had. Like, the song switches up so much and you really have no idea what's going to happen, you know. And it's a shame that I am not a music producer, so I can't really go into detail as to what the composers are doing here, but I am, as a listener, I am incredibly blown away by this whole song. Was unbelievable. Like, I would love to know the context. I need to start the show, but I'd love to know the context of what is going on. Like, this is an incredible piece of music, and we're going to go back and we're going to listen to it again, and I'm going to try and give you some of my thoughts. But seriously, like, this is an incredible song, and I don't know how it compares up to some of the other songs on the soundtrack, but like, every single song that we've listened to from Made in Abyss has been very interesting, but this is insane. This is really, really insane. If all the songs are like this, then it's got to be one of the most incredible soundtracks for, you know, a series or a game or whatever, ever. But anyway, let's get into it, and let's react to it again, and let's talk about a few things. Right. Okay. So we're kind of starting in a way that a lot of the other songs that Made in Abyss has had. I can see that the composer is Kevin Penkin. It's written at the bottom there. So I think he's done all of them. So you can see what he's kind of the similarities between the other tracks that he's done. And it's that kind of dreamlike quality where you've got this kind of it's dreamlike because the synth is kind of going in and out a bit, and it's kind of fading in and out, and it's kind of not quite there. But it also feels like an enormous machine is moving. It's that kind of like futuristic sound of this huge kind of thing. Thing isn't a good word to use. Something massive is kind of moving around, and it gives it this huge like denseness already to the music. And again, then you've got loads going on, and you've kind of got again the effect that's kind of like phasing in and out of the ears. So it's kind of almost very dreamlike in that sense, and that's going to be a phrase I'm going to say a lot today. But also you've kind of got the very nice high kind of sound of the do 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 that's cutting through nicely, and then kind of like the marching drums. It sounds like it's just like playing on a snare. Underneath, which kind of quite interesting, why just kind of like that? Why just that? It's very interesting. And again, that sort of, that kind of dreamlike thing where we can hear a vocal, but again, because it's phased in and out so much, we can't really understand what it says. At least I can't understand what it says, but it's really, really, and it kind of just how it blends in with the other sounds and stuff. It's really, really interesting. So we've got this ascending sound. We'll go into that in a minute. Obviously, we've got this kind of more traditional sounding drum underneath it, but we've got this dun 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 dun, and it sounds like there's like a horn, but it also sounds like it's kind of layered with a vocal that's saying pap. That's what I wrote down. It's like pap 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 pap. Within that, and then other things as well, definitely sort of a more electronic sound in there too. It's just like a really, really interesting sound, and it cut through so sharply, not in tone, but how it cuts through is so sharp, and it's so like, if you had a horn and it start just the horn on its own and it starts to do that, it would sound really, really grand and kind of proud that you would get in regular orchestras. But this sounds almost like kind of strange and almost kind of uncomfortable in a way, not in a bad way. I think that's just a kind of a disconcerting like rise to the sound. Okay, before we get into the drop, and I love that as well, where you got that really, really fast staccato playing of the strings, and you've kind of got this like digital effect over the top of it as well, and it's doing exactly the same sort of thing, and it's following the same sort of notation. It's really, really interesting to just have that pairing of the classical instrument with the the electronic sound, and kind of like the digital sounds kind of going in between your ears like that. It's really, really cool. I like how the drop opens up a little bit, and you've kind of got, again, this phasing in and out thing is all the way through, and you kind of got this ticking as well, like time, like there's a clock going, and you've got this very kind of primal sounding, almost tribal sounding vocal, very, very powerful chest voice sung vocal, a lot of reverb on it. Sounds very, sounds very echoey, so it's kind of pulled back a little bit into the mix. It's not a forefront, it's just part of the mix. Really, like, it's just a feast for the ears, this song. It's just a feast for the ears. I love how it's kind of layering together to be this big kind of like grand sound. And, you know, you can hear that with the vocals just as well, just laying on top of each other, on top of each other. But underneath, you've got this kind of horn, you've got this cello playing nice and low underneath just to give it that kind of grounding and that bass. And it's just a really huge but beautiful sound, really is. I really like that bit a lot. Because we've had this like huge build to this massive crescendo, and then we've got this dong, 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 pulls us right back in. It's so dramatic as well. It's like it was definitely moved us into a point where like something's happening now, and you've got these kind of like drums, and it's not. I'm not sure what the drums are called, but it's the large ones where you have the big ones, and it's like the war drums underneath it. So it adds so much more. You know, the song's moving forward. This drum, we've had this kind of massive grandness of like a sunrise or something, and now it's like bang, we're in. It's really, really nice. I'm really, it's amazing. I find this quite interesting because you've kind of. If you were to change a couple parts of this section of the song, whereas, you know, you've got that kind of the main melody line done on like a synthy sound, if you were to change that to a horn, like a brass instrument, and then were to have, instead of like electronic drums, have like a, you know, a classical sort of drum beat, you would have a very proud and, you know, kind of almost like Zelda sound to a song. But you don't, like, I mean, like the older Zelda's, not just Tears of the Kingdom, but because of the choices they make, it doesn't sound like grand and proud and like you know, in that way. It's slightly different. It's again, there's more to it, and it's a lot. It's more interesting this way, I think, because it's like, for me in particular, I was like, what does it mean? What does it mean? Unbelievable sound. Unbelievable sound. So again, we've gone back to that very tribal kind of vocal sound of the, you know, the of the A's. And this kind of like proper drum and bass kind of effect on it as well. And that very dramatic, again, drums. It's like, it does feel like we're kind of entering into a war or something like this at the moment, and it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. That's cool as well, to go into kind of start building on the harmonies, but then going into kind of going to that minor harmony as well, so it's slightly uncomfortable, you know. So it's like, it's, you know, slightly eerie as well when it goes on to the highest harmony. But I like the strings and the horns underneath it to really build that, to push it up and to make it sound so much grander. It's really, it's just incredible. It's incredible. You could take several points of this song, cut them up, expand them on the theme, and you could have probably 7 or 8 separate songs from motifs within here, if you know what I mean. So you could take this bit now, which is this big dramatic like boom, and then the synth kind of going through the arpeggio, and make a whole different song out of it. It's crazy the amount of like musical like flavor this song is throwing in. Like it's just incredible work and a huge amount of effort. Like it's just so creative, so creative. Man, I mean, after this one, I'm going to let it play to the end. But just that like mix of, again, that just pure piano, then just go bam, 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 back with the synth effect. It's so, it just pulls you straight back in, giving you that nice little breath there with the piano, just to go bang, we're back in. Kind of slaps you back in. Really nice. Crazy ending on that like kind of horn slash kind of electronic effect as well. Unbelievable song. It's one of the craziest songs I've ever listened to. Like, I don't know. Guy's a genius, man. This Kevin Penkin is a musical like genius, really. Like, he's so incredible, and I think of, as I said, like this song could have been split up into several different songs. But to have the creativity and the ability to put something like this together is just like, there's nothing like I've ever heard before, really. Nothing like I've ever heard before. But let me know what you thought of this just incredible song in the comment section below, and let me know what we should do next from Made in Abyss, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be plenty more that we can get into. Also, please do like the video if you enjoyed it and you enjoy seeing the Made in Abyss stuff on the channel. Subscribe to the channel as well. We're getting towards 2,500 subs, so it'll be really cool if we can get there. But having said all of that, thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you very much. Goodbye.